Karen, and I'm here to do 30 minutes of yoga with you. The only equipment that I have today is my mat, and I have a tie. So this is going to be my yoga tie. It's my husband's tie that he said I could use. I've got some water as well. The only other thing that you might want to use is a yoga block or a book of some type, even a pillow can help to modify some of the poses. Okay? So I want you to take this at your own pace today. I don't want you to try to force any stretches. We're going to be working on flexibility and balance and strength today, working at your pace, though everybody's going to look a little bit different in each one of the poses. So be kind to yourself and let's enjoy this 30 minutes. So what I want you to do is to take those legs about hip width apart. Flex your feet. If possible, those knees are, those knees are not bent, you're straight. And I'm going to bring that chin to your chest. Let's take those shoulder blades, put them in your imaginary back pockets, and just take some breaths. Go ahead and now relax the feet. You're going to do your best to breathe in and out through your nose throughout class. Feeling that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract with each and every breath. Go ahead and flex those feet and just glance forward, and let's inch our fingertips out. Now if you're having a hard time here and those knees are having to bend, place your hands on a book or that yoga block and you can slide it out, okay? All right, so let's just bend those elbows, feel the low back release. Start to feel those muscles in your legs, especially your hamstrings and your inner thighs release. On an exhale, I want the middle of that chest just to sink towards the mat. End of your exhale, go ahead and walk those hands back. If you want to, you can bring the feet a little farther apart. I'll leave that up to you. Shoulders down, you're going to flex those feet. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Arms up, you're going to take that left hand to your left foot, ankle, shin, wherever it ends up is fine. You're going to bend that left elbow and glance up towards your right fingertips. Go ahead and let that right arm just droop over the ear, feeling that side stretch. And now you're going to bring your nose towards that left knee with both hands on your left leg. On your exhale, allow the chest to sink towards that left thigh. End of your exhale, let's walk those hands between the feet. You're welcome to use that block here or a book. Bend your elbows, middle of that chest just sinks down. Just see if that low back is ready to release some of that tightness. On your exhale, let's walk those hands back. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Flex your feet. Deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to bring that right hand to your right foot. Ankle or shin is fine. And you're going to bend your right elbow as you're glancing up towards that left hand. And on the exhale, just allow that left arm to droop over the ear. And let's take the nose towards that knee as you just keep in mind anything that you need to take care of today. Could be a low back that's bothering you, or your hamstrings, or a knee, or your shoulder. Please make sure and take care of it. Modify anything you need to. Let's relax the feet. The hands are down the middle and you're just going to bend those elbows. With each exhale, it's that little opportunity to deepen whatever stretch we're in. And let's walk those hands back, shoulders away from the ears, and we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So you're on your hands and knees. I want you to arch up and do a nice cat stretch. And glance to the ceiling. Good, let's do another cat-cow. Nice cat stretch. And glance to the ceiling, tailbone to the ceiling. Good, let's come to your plank. And all that is simply an upper push-up position. So that could be with your knees on the mat or your toes up. That's up to you. Abdominals are strong. Let's hug the sides with your elbows as you come on down. Knees to the mat whenever you need to. Now you're going to either come into up dog, opening that chest. If that's too much, I want you to come into Sphinx, especially as you're getting warmed up, just lifting that head up, okay? Either way, you want that chest to open. Think about lengthening the spine, not letting the head collapse between the shoulders. Good, let's bring our knees apart, big toes together. Sit it back in child's pose. So just sit back on those heels, wherever the knees will allow you. Forehead rests on the mat, and the middle of that chest is sinking down. On an exhale, you want to tuck those toes under, and let's come to down dog. Feet are about hip width apart. You want to spread your fingertips apart. Allow the head and chest to sink between your shoulders as you're lifting the hips up. Deep cleansing breaths. Good, on an exhale, we're going to take those right toes up to the ceiling. We're going to walk our hands back, nose to your left knee, reach those right toes up. Gently, let's swing that right leg through. You want your right knee to be right above the ankle, and we're going to turn our left foot flat. We're going to float the chest off of that right thigh into warrior one. You want those hips to face the front of the mat, shoulders away from the ears, bending your right knee deep. Nice calm face. We're going to open it up into warrior two. You're going to find the tip of your right middle finger and bend your right knee nice and deep. We're going to use that right inner thigh to open the knee. You don't want to let it collapse towards the middle. And on an exhale, just test to see if you want to spread the feet any farther apart. Exhale, reverse warrior. Left hand, left thigh. Taking the right side of the rib cage away from the hip bone as you breathe. Good, exhale, back to warrior two. Eyes on the tip of your right middle finger. You're going to take your right arm to your right thigh and your left arm up. So you're glancing to the ceiling. This right arm can stay here, or you're welcome to slide that right hand down the inside of the foot. You could use a block here for your right hand if you want to. Now let's push your right knee and shoulder into each other. Take that left arm a little farther behind you as you breathe. On an exhale, let's place both hands down. Let's straighten the knee. And let's go ahead and let that head sink towards the ground, lifting your hips up. On the exhale, that head gets a little closer to the ground. You can even take your feet a little farther apart. Good, you're going to take your right hand between your feet. You're going to take your left arm up, glance to the ceiling as you twist. Exhale and switch. Now it's that right hand up to the ceiling as you twist. Legs are only as straight as you feel comfortable. Now on your exhale, you're going to take your fingertips, face them away from you. Walk them behind you and allow that head to sink down. Deep breaths in and out, lifting the tailbone up to the sky. Good, exhale, we're going to walk those hands up towards the front of the mat. Right toes face the front. You're going to lunge your right leg behind you. Wrists below the shoulders, elbows hug the sides as you come on down. Up dog or cobra or sphinx. Chin to your chest, come to down dog. Now shift some weight out of the heel of the hand, more towards the knuckles. Lift those hips and allow the head to sink down. Let's take turns, bending one knee and then the other, releasing the tightness in those calves. Inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Chin in your chest. You're going to take your right toes up to the sky. Your hands can be on a block here if you prefer. We can walk the hands a little closer to the left foot, nose to the knee. As the right toes reach up, your left hand could hold the ankle. Left knee is as straight as it feels comfortable for you. Inhale, reach those right toes up. Exhale, walk the hands out. Let's bring those feet together. Let's cross your forearms. Hold your opposite calf, chin in your chest. Start to straighten those legs the best that you can. On the exhale, release the arms. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good. As you exhale, you're going to take your right hand down. I want you to step those feet so they're touching. Reach so the left side of the rib cage comes away from the hip bone, leaning over. Good. That right hand grabs the left wrist. Gently pull. Just rest your head. Lengthening down that left side. Half moon. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper if you can. Good. We're going to come to the front of the mat. Standing back, bend, reach. Good. As we lower the arms, we're going to bring them to shoulder height. And you're going to bring your right toes behind you. Engage your abdominals. Let's come into warrior three. So that right leg comes up. You're welcome to keep it at shoulder or hip height, down towards the mat or somewhere in between. Inhale, reach as long as you can with those toes. Gently bend your left knee and lunge on your right toes. Lean back into that crescent lunge. Look past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Exhale, that right foot goes a little farther back, lowering that back knee, lean it back. And palms to the mat. Let's take your left foot behind you. Chest leading, abs strong, come on down. Knees to the mat when you need to. Up dog, opening the chest. And chin to your chest, come to down dog. Now anytime you would like, you're welcome to come to the knees. Take a rest in child's pose, get some water. Let's all come back to down dog. And let's reach our left toes to the sky. Walk those hands back. Nose towards your right knee, left toes really reach. Exhale, I want you to gently swing through. Left knee's right above the ankle, and you're going to turn your right foot flat. You're going to float that chest up into warrior one. So left leg is in front. Hips are facing the front of the mat. Leaning back into warrior one. Deep breaths in and out. Now let's open it up. Left arm in front for warrior two. This time you're going to use that left knee to open up that knee. Don't let it collapse. You're using that left inner thigh. Eyes on the tip of your left middle finger. And on an exhale, if you want to spread the feet a little farther apart, you can. Reverse warrior. Right hand, right thigh. Left arm up. Take the rib cage away from the hip bone as you breathe. Exhale slowly back to warrior two. And that left arm's going to come to your left thigh. That right arm's going to reach up to the sky. Either leave this left arm here or slide that left hand down the inside of that foot. Feel free to use a block here if you want to. So you're going to push your left knee and shoulder into each other. Take that right arm a little heavier behind you. Make sure and wiggle your toes so you're not gripping the mat. On an exhale, both hands down. You're going to straighten that left knee, slide those feet apart, sink the head down towards the mat as you breathe. Remember, each exhale is that opportunity to deepen that stretch. Feel free to take your first two fingers, make a hook with your big toes. Glance forward, allow your chest to pull forward, your tailbone to pull back, and then the strength of the arms brings that head towards the mat. Exhale completely each and every time. Now one more time, let's take those fingertips, face them away from you, walk them behind you. Slide the feet any farther apart if they want to, and the head comes down. Now let's walk those hands up towards that left foot. Left toes face the front of the mat, and the left hand comes to the inside of the foot. Right arm up, twist yourself open, strong left thigh. It's going to bring you back to warrior two. Bend that left knee nice and deep. Good, right arm up briefly, lean it back. And let's bring those hands down to the mat. Let's bring that left foot back. Abs are nice and strong. Let's hug the sides as we come down. Up dog, opening the chest, chin in your chest, and come to down dog. Exhale, take a breath or two to lift those hips high to the sky. Make sure the weight's shifted more towards your knuckles, not the heel of the hand. And let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Fingertips either on a block or the ground, and your left toes are going to reach up to the sky. Walk those hands towards the foot if you want to. Nose towards your right knee, left toes way up. Right hand could hold the ankle if you choose. That's up to you. Challenging your balance. Left toes really reach. Right knee as straight as possible. Good. Let's place those feet together. And let's hug our thighs. Let's hold on to those elbows, chin to your chest. Straighten the legs the best that you can. Release the arms. Let's glance up. And reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good. On your exhale, your left arm's going to come down. You're going to bring those feet together. Deep breath in. And leaning to your left. Getting ready for half moon. Left hand gently pulls that right arm straight. Rest the head. Lengthen down your right side. Deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper. Try to push your right foot into the mat. Good. Coming to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. And those arms are going to come down to shoulder height. And you're going to take your left toes behind you. Find a spot that you're staring at for balance. So a focal point. Engage your middle and you decide how high that left leg's going to lift. Inhale, reach that left leg nice and long. Bend your right knee, gently lunge on the toes. Lean back into that crescent lunge. Look past the fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Left leg goes a little farther behind you. Left knee a little closer to the mat. Take a breath in. And those palms come down to the mat. Right foot back. Abs are strong. Let's hug the sides. Come on down. Up dog. Open chest. Lifting that head. Chin down and down dog. So either stay in down dog for some deep cleansing breaths. Think about connecting to that breath. So the belly expands as you inhale, deflates as you exhale. But take that break to get water or rest at your knees whenever you need to. Let's come back to down dog. And let's take our right toes up to the sky. We're going to walk the hands back a little bit, nose towards that left knee. And as we bend that right leg, we're going to let it hang to our left. Feeling that nice stretch down the right side of the rib cage, through the right hip. More weights in your left hand, that should feel good. Through that right side, deep breath in. Exhale for pigeon, we're going to slide that right knee between our hands. Now you can take your left toes, walk that left leg a little farther behind you. Glance up and think about opening the chest and pulling those hips forward. What you don't want to do is roll to the right and allow that left hip to open. We want that belly button to face the mat. We're going to walk ourselves out. Find a spot for your forehead to rest. So it could be on your fists, or yoga block, or the mat. Deep breaths in and out there. Now, if you'd like to, you can glance to your right and rest on the left side of the face. You're also welcome to slide that right hand to the low back and allow that right shoulder just to flop. Even wiggle those fingers a little bit. Remember to exhale completely each and every time. Let's try to untwist. Let's glance forward. Take your left fingertips, walk them a little farther to allow that left hip to make sure and face the mat. Forehead down, 2 deep breaths in and out. Good. At the end of your exhale, let's walk those hands back. Let's open that chest. Let's slide that right knee behind you. So now your right wrist is directly under the shoulder and that right leg extends out. Left arm out for spinal balancing. You're welcome to take that right foot in the air and reach that left hand around to grab it. If that's too much, just stay extended, no problem. Right leg presses up, the top of the right foot pushes away from you. Lift yourself out of that right shoulder and wrist and breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let's extend back out, reach as long as you can. Hand and knee down. Let's take the hips right hand on top of the left. Take a breath. And let's untwist. Let's do a nice cat stretch. Glance to the ceiling. And let's come back to your plank. So that upper push-up position, make sure your wrists are directly below those shoulders. Abs are strong. Allow the middle of the chest to lead as you come down. Up dog, open chest, lifting the head. Nice push-up if you want to, and then down dog. Good, let's lift those hips up. Middle of that chest sinks down, relax your feet. At the end of your exhale, left toes reach for the sky. Let's walk the hands back a little bit, nose towards your right knee. Bend your left knee, allow that left leg to hang to the right. So there's more weight in that right hand. Feeling a nice stretch down the left side of the rib cage and hip bone. On that exhale, when you're ready, knee slides between your hands for pigeon on this side. All right, so let's tuck those right toes under. Let's walk that leg back. Let's open the chest, gently pull forward. Make sure to not fall to the left. We're gonna keep that belly button facing the mat. Walk our hands out. Rest your forehead, take some breaths. Really focus on your breath. Imagine breathing into the tightness around your left hip joint and letting it go as you exhale, glancing left, resting on the right side of the face. It's just an option. And your left hand could slide to the low back, allowing that left shoulder just to relax. Deep breath. Slowly untwist. Let's glance forward. And this time those right fingertips are going to walk just a little bit farther. Forehead down, 2 more breaths. Let's walk those hands back. Open up your chest. Slide that left knee underneath you. Left wrist directly under the shoulder. Let's extend that left leg out and reach your right arm. Abs are engaged. Try to not shrug your shoulders. Left foot in the air with the right hand reaching around to grab it. Let's take that left foot up to the sky and push the top of the left foot away from you. Lift out of that left shoulder. Inhale, really lift. Exhale, extend back out, reach. And hand and knee down. Nice job. Sit your hips left, left hand on top of the right, and take a breath. And let's untwist. Let's do a nice cat stretch. Glance to the ceiling. And let's take your knees apart. Big toes together. You're going to take your right arm up. Rotate that wrist, and then right hand palm up underneath the left. Rest on the right side of the face. Take that left hand rested at your low back. Just let that left shoulder flop and actually wiggle those fingers a little bit. Deep breaths. Slowly untwist. And we're going to do the other side. So those big toes together, knees apart. Look up to your left, rotate that wrist. Left hand palm up underneath the right. Sit back on your heels. Rest the left side of the face on the mat. Right hand to your low back. Right shoulder releases. So you're actually allowing that right shoulder to sink towards the inside of that left elbow. Big exhale, let's untwist. Come back up to your hands and knees, and then you're going to actually have a seat at the front of the mat. You're going to take your yoga tie, place it next to you, because we're going to use that. You'll need to grab it while you're laying down. So let's come into one boat pose, and we're going to rock back afterwards. So shoulders relaxed. Arms up, rock behind your sits bone, one leg or both if your low back is all right. Knees together if possible. Reach those toes up. On an exhale, strong, come on back. Hug those knees into your chest. Shoulders relaxed. And on an exhale, let that left leg go. Hug your right knee in and circle that right foot gently around in both directions. Grab your yoga tie. You can put your right foot in the tie, and you're going to move that tie towards your heel and relax your foot. So with your right knee straight, you're going to gently pull the leg towards you. Notice my left leg is flat on the mat. And I'm taking my right knee and gently pushing that right knee away from you. Don't flex your foot yet. Deep breaths. Let's back away, move the tie towards the ball of your foot. Get a nice flex and gently pull the leg towards you. Now you can deepen this lower leg, this calf stretch. Mine deepens when I pull on the right side and I roll my foot out. If you supinate as you walk, it might stretch better if you're rolling in. So pull on one side or the other. You'll quickly feel which one deepens that calf stretch. Now take your right knee, push it a little bit away from you. Even just that little bit of a movement, you should feel that. Release as you're ready. Hold the tie with your right hand. The right leg comes out to the right as you look left. Now you want to keep your left hip rolled to the mat. So flex your left foot to do that. And gently pull right toes. Aim to that wall behind you. And let's take that tie, hand it to our left hand. Let it come across the body. You're going to look right this time, stretching down that right IT band. Deep stretch here. Gently pull on that tie. Not till it hurts, just till it's a deep stretch. Let's untwist. Let's put the tie down, gently hug both knees. And allow that left knee to hug in tight, shoulders down. Rotate that left foot, gently in both directions. Now let's put the tie around your left foot. Let's move the tie towards your heel. With that left knee straight, gently pull it in. So let's take that left knee, press it away from you. Gently pull that left leg towards you. Remember, you're not flexing that left foot yet. On your exhale, let's move that tie towards the ball of the foot. Flex it this time. As you pull it in, pull on one side or the other. See which one deepens the calf stretch for you. And take that left knee, just gently push it away. Exhale, release. Left hand holds the tie. Let's take it out to the left. And you're going to look to your right. You want to keep your right hip rolled to the mat. Sometimes flexing that right foot will help you to do that. Gentle pull with that left hand. And let's hand that tie to your right hand. Let's take it across the body. Look over your left arm. Gently pull, stretching down that left IT band. I'm probably not the only one that feels like that is tight today. As you exhale, the belly deflates and you gently pull. Just release some of that tightness. Good, we're going to put the tie down. And you're going to reach your arms above your head, lengthen your body from fingertips to toes. How long can you make yourself? And on an exhale, let's slide those arms down towards our sides. Rest them palms up. Eyes are closed. Just allow those feet to flop out naturally. Let's allow all the breath to pull to the very top of the head. And as you exhale, allow that breath to roll across your forehead, flow across your temples, releasing any tightness between your temples, and rolling across the back of the head. Allow that breath to flow across your eyes and your nose and your cheekbones. Rolling across the back of your jaw. Straight down the sides and back of your neck. Rolling across the top of your shoulders. Notice your chest open up. Upper back release. Feel the exhale flowing down your arms, rounding your elbows, rolling down your forearms, to your wrists, palms and the top of your hand. Notice that breath between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. Exhale, just gently move those fingertips and allow that breath to take any tightness or tension away from your body. Feel the breath start to surround your rib cage, one rib at a time. Flowing from your mid-back down to your low back, across your waist and your abdominals. Nice breath in. Exhale, allow those hips and glutes just to release and roll to the mat. Relaxing across your quadriceps and your hamstrings, knees, shins, and calves, ankles. As you exhale, feel the breath round your heels and flow up the arch of your foot. Roll across the top of the foot. Noticing that breath between your toes and all the way to your toe tips. Moving the toes gently. Allowing anything negative just to leave your body through those toe tips. Notice a calmness, peaceful energy. Relaxed and ready for the rest of your day. Be nice to yourself coming out of this position. Slowly, so bend one knee and place that foot on the mat when you're ready. And let's go ahead and place the other foot down as you're ready. And just go ahead and roll to one side. Your bottom arm becomes your pillow. As you exhale, let's press up to a nice sitting position. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Surrender everything in that head to your heart. Thanks so much for doing yoga with me today. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. Namaste.